Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Ogre Battle, March of the Black Queen. In our last episode, we had liberated the Balmorian Ruins here from the grip of Albelio, one of Rashidi's apprentices. We also managed to meet another one of Rashidi's apprentices, Saradin. But unlike Albelio, Saradin refused to go along with Rashidi's turn to darkness and foray into black magic, so Albelio turned him into stone, but we rescued him. You're the only ones who can stop the Mage Rashidi. Good luck. And we rescued him with the ball of light that we found in a city here, and he joined our army and helped us defeat Albelio. So let's see what's changed since we've defeated him. Thanks to you, we may be able to rebuild the Kingdom of Danube. So, it's going to take a little bit of while to visit all these places. So many cities and temples, and they're all spread out. So, it's going to take more than a day, unfortunately, to get all the new information. We also have to liberate one city. I forgot to liberate a city while we were actively fighting the Imperial forces in this area. So, but we'll get it this time, and we'll get another tarot card to refresh the ones that we lost fighting Albelio. So, these people say the same thing. So, let's go to this city. It was once hidden and once had the ball of light. But because Orpheus is a true hero, they gave it to him. So, it is said that each of the 12 mages who fought the 3 High Knights carried a magical gemstone as proof of their power. If you want to know more, find the wizard Zolfrey in the town of Aliabard in the Dalmoon Desert. We were supposed to find that guy earlier. We were told to give him the Mercury, and the Mercury was given to us by the wizard Baltorano in the Pilgrim Forest. The city of Kiliel lies about halfway between here and the temple in the southeast. Okay, nothing new there. So yeah, this is the second time we've heard about Gizolfrey. So it really was Albelio. So the rumors were true. Powerful mages really can reincarnate and return to life. So, it's the second person that we were told about trying to find Gizolfrey. But we won't be able to meet him until much, much later in the game. The Dalmoon Desert is really far to the west. Thanks to you, we may be able to rebuild the Kingdom of Danube. Actually, it's basically in the Imperial area. All the routes converge on Fort Alamut, someone told us in another area. And beyond that, Fort Alamut is the Dalmoon Desert. So, thanks to you, we may be able to rebuild the Kingdom of Danube. So, here's that one city that I forgot to liberate, which is weird because I had a bunch of units stationed around here. I had that one hanging out at the temple over there to bring Saradin back to life, because that was the temple that he was turned to stone in. So, but we'll get a tarot card and some dialogue here. Same dialogue that a lot of other places are telling us, that basically we can rebuild the Kingdom of Danube. So, alright, well, good luck with it. So, let's head up to the enemy base. We'll learn a little bit more about Albelio coming up here. He will come back to haunt us in the bonus area. Now that you mention it, a strange thing happened. Albelio's body disappeared. There was no sign that it was carried away. It must have just gone off on its own. Kind of scary, huh? Well, I guess. Did he disappear? Did he, reincarnate into a new body? Well, when we fight him again, he will be still be a doll mage. So I guess he didn't reincarnate into a new body. He has a different class though in Tactics Ogre. Let us cling together. Did you hear? The body of Albelio disappeared. I wonder where to. I think in that game he's a warlock class. Just kind of like a hybrid fighter wizard. He's a character you can get in like a bonus dungeon. Got a few more. Got the eastern side to wrap up here. Thanks to you, we may be able to rebuild the kingdom of Danube. Alright, well, we will leave you to do that. Because as soon as we're finished visiting all these cities and temples, we're going to head in with our newly reorganized army to the Valley of Kastro. I saw a unit of the Empire flying toward the mountains to the east. Those mountains are called the Land of Imprisonment. I wonder if they may have found a Chaos Gate there. So that's a little idea of if you haven't found the Chaos Gate. We did find it though, right over there. So, we're good. But if you didn't find it, they give you a little bit of clues. So, and we just got this city and then the one down there by the river. So not too far away. Not too much longer in this area. Thanks to you, we may be able to rebuild the kingdom of Danube. It isn't much, but please, let me give you this platinum medal. We got a medal, and that's an item we can sell for some goth, some money, if you're hurting for funds. But as you can see, we're not. We have over 500,000 in goth, so it's because we're not buying any items. We're being thrifty. Thanks to you, we may be able to rebuild the kingdom of Danube. Alright. Well, that's it for this area, so let's head into a new area and liberate it from the clutches of the Empire. The Valley of Kastro. And as you can see, we have a floating island there that was off to the left. And that appeared because we found the Chaos Gate in the Balmorian Ruins. So yeah, this little, like, desert area, but even though it's mainly desert, we do have this big, long river that cuts right through. So we're still going to be using some of our octopi units. They can hang out in the water. Because after this, there's not going to be a lot of chance to use them, so let's use them while we can. Because then they'll be on the bench for a little bit. And this will keep some of our other units on the bench so that they don't get too powerful and risk losing that alignment, because a lot of units in our we still need to make that other another promotion yet. So now this area can be kind of hard. We have the mountain and the desert terrain and the water in the middle, so it can make moving around a little bit because we all get a lot of movement penalties. And of the 23 enemy units that are deployed by the Empire here, 10 of them are flying. 6 of them are high sky, so they fly really fast, and the other 4 are low sky. But the point is, the Imperial forces ain't going to be necessarily impeded very much. A little less than half of their units aren't going to be, hindered at all by the terrain. So they'll be able to move about really quickly and can make it tough if they sneak by our characters. So, yeah, and we found another Chaos Gate. That'll open up another one of the Sky Islands. And then there'll be a Chaos Gate on each of the individual Sky Islands that we've just unlocked that connect the Sky Islands together. So we have one of our units going out there to draw some enemies out to us. So a lot of the flying units are going to be coming straight across over the bad terrain, the desert, the mountains, the water, the flying ones. The other ones, the more land-based, are going to be coming across the top of the map. In the true army of the Highland, which guards the center of the Empire, there are many paladins. As a matter of fact, just last year, for the first time in the Highlands' history, a woman was promoted to paladin. I think it was Ronnie, the daughter of the House of Vinzalf. And Ronnie is the special character that we can recruit in this area. This is the why you have to have a 65 or above reputation to recruit her. So that's why we did the other map first, even though this one was also available to us. Because Sardon is a little easier to recruit, and we get, like, you know, by recruiting Sardon, we basically get plus 10 reputation, 5 for recruiting him, and then 5 for defeating that map. So it's a good way to make sure you have the necessary reputation requirement to recruit Ronnie here. We'll talk about her in a little bit. Let's see what this temple has to say. Ooh, we got an item. A staff that's helps boost our intelligence. Be careful, the assassin that was sent here by the Empire is around here somewhere. He's killed 20 people while running away from the Empire. Watch out for him. Yeah, there's a lot of rumors going around in this area, and some are true, some are not. So, the rumor that, you know, well, that Ronnie ran away, that's true. But some people are confusing it with maybe the boss of the area. The boss of the area, we'll find out, is Ares, and he was a bandit. He used to do a lot of raids in this area. But Ronnie ran away to this area, and the Empire wanted to track her down, and so they needed somebody who knew the area, so they hired Ares to hunt her down. But somehow, I guess, you know, things got distorted, and they think that maybe it's propaganda on the Empire's thing that all these units are here not to hunt down Ronnie, but to find an assassin who escaped. So, I guess Imperial propaganda. But we'll be hearing that Imperial propaganda and some truths. So that's to determine which is true and which is not, even though I just basically told you which was true. But another thing that's true is, like I said, a lot of flying units here. It's going to make this thing a little bit difficult. So that's this is going to be speaking of difficult, this unit's going to have a lot of agility. So let's use a star card just to get rid of it, and also to help us against this unit. Should help our pumpkin head, the Halloween back there, hit. So, ooh, good. We weakened up the front row, so that means our pumpkin is hoping to hit the one in the back row there, the cockatrice. He's the most dangerous, not necessarily in terms of damage that he can do, but because he can turn a character into stone and just keep them from fighting and hinder our offensive capabilities. So nice, of course, we've got the pumpkin head, the Halloween there to hit twice, and then the Valkyrie could target with her lightning spell. So let's see if our I think it's a sorcerer in the back row there can do some good. Problem is, cockatrices are weak to fire, and the Raven Man is strong against fire. So if we went against the cockatrice's weakness, we do a lot of damage to them, but it wouldn't hurt the Raven Man. So we're just going with the Raven Man's weakness of the physical with the acid. Look, we ping pong. So all right. So even if we now. Yeah, obviously this thing that stinks about this unit is the leader's in the front row, and if we obviously defeat the leader, then it's going to fly back, and it's going to be a high-flying unit flying back because of the cockatrice. And that might be hard for us to catch up, but now it doesn't matter because even if the we defeat the unit leader, it'll just fly back to our flying unit back there that will cut it off. So. But we managed to take it out, so woohoo! We have a nice mix there. We have two eagle men. We have two raven men, and then one eagle man. So temple that Orpheus liberated there. That'll be our hangout zone to heal up in. So let's see what unit this is coming up here. A new class we're gonna see, the Ninja Master class. The Ninja Master is the upgraded Ninja class. Ninjas can upgrade to a Ninja Master at level 15, as long as they have Charisma of 60 plus and an alignment 30 and below. And they trade their 2 single target magic attacks from the back row into 1 hit all attack. So, and their front row attack doesn't change at all. They still maintain the 3 shurikens. So, ninjas are much better in the Tactics Ogres game. They have a high agility, and that's more like a grid-based combat, and characters kind of act based on their agility, and they have a high movement rate. So, well, here because they're a fighting class, so but they don't have a lot of hit point growth. So if you put them in the front row, they're going to take a lot of damage and be, KO'd easily. But you put them in the back row, yeah, they got a hit all attack, but because they're a fighter, they start off in the fighter class, they're not really going to be, really good, mages. So, I guess if you really want a back row effective ninja master, one thing I guess you can do is you can raise them as wizards, and then eventually change them so they have a really high intelligence growth, and then you can change them into, a ninja master at the end. But at that point, you might be able to just keep them as a mage, because the mage, even without the undead staff to turn him into a sorcerer to give him the double back row hit all attack, as a mage you still have that 1 hit all attack, just like the ninja master would. So, but and the other evil advancement class, they get a little bit of not as good as advancement as the good classes. They kind of suffer in the same sense that their back row attack becomes a magical attack, but they've been raised as a fighter class the whole time. The wild men turn into the evil men, and unlike the samurai master and the paladin, who gain an extra attack from the front row when they turn into the advanced class, the wild man to evil one, he'll still only have 2 front row attacks. So I wonder why they did that. So they should have gave that one 3 attacks. So, oh well, we took a little bit of damage there from that ninja master there, but we did defeat one of the worms in his unit, so maybe we'll be able to finish him off this time. Still win the battle. Wow, what a nice hit there by the little griffin there. Way to go, Orpheus. His unit, taking him out. Orpheus just gained a level there, probably because he gained a lot of experience from the last battle, because we used the magician card to defeat Albelio. So, now we have some Imperial land units here. They will stick around the top section there, where it's mainly plains, so they have good movement through there. But the problem is, like, there's a like a ledge, a little cliff there. So if your character gets knocked back or retreats, they have to kind of head back up over this cliff, and that can slow them down, which makes it more likely that the Imperial unit will be able to sneak past. So there's a wild men right there. I was talking about their eventual promotion to an evil one. So, and unfortunately, Witch missed her stun attack, but their Witch did not miss her stun attack. Well, she stunned our Witch and one of our samurais. Now she stunned everybody else except for that knight, so I think this is gonna chalk this one as a loss. But donk. So yeah, you can't see right now because it's dark, but yeah, there's like a little cliff up there. Eventually, there's a flat, like a slope that takes you down. So the planes units will usually keep going straight for that when they're going towards your base. But if you're trying to cut them off from reaching that place, you're gonna have that cliff is gonna hinder your movement up there. Dope, that is not good, but luckily we have a temperance card. They stunned our characters before our sorcerer there could go. And we need him to go. So he could potentially wipe out the front row. And that would definitely help increase our odds of winning future battles against this unit. Because we take away 4 of the enemy's attacks. Then all we'd have to worry about is the ninjas, the ninja master's back row hit all attack. The witch, while annoying, will never be able to deal direct damage to us. She just stuns us. So here's a interesting unit. Black and red. I'm trying to think if there's like a sports team that has that color. I don't know. I don't really follow much sports. So, although I do plan on going to a baseball game this year to take my dog to bark in the park with the Norfolk Tides, the AAA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. So, it's fun to take the dog there, watch baseball games. Caught a lot of baseball when I was a kid growing up. My dad was a big fan of all things Philadelphia, and we lived in an area where we were pretty close to all the Philadelphia Phillies teams. So we were about a little over 2.5 hours away from Philadelphia, where the major league team played, the Phillies, and then we're about an hour away from Reading Phillies, which is a AA team, and then the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Red Bands, which is a AAA team. We were a little over an hour, maybe about an hour, 15 minutes away from them. So it was very easy for us to catch baseball games and from one of the Phillies organizations. So I caught a lot of baseball games as a kid. Where I learned to do an interesting thing. I learned to keep the playbook. So, which served me well when I did not Little League, but Babe Ruth League, and then 16, 17, 18-year-old baseball. I basically rode the pine. I wasn't very good, so I was basically a bench warmer. But because I knew how to take the... Maybe I was a bench warmer because I knew how to do the book. So I could keep the scores and keep people's statistics. So I remember at the end of the year in Babe Ruth, I was able to get everybody's batting average because I kept the book, and I was able to see how many times each person went to bat, how many hits they got, and who had the most home runs, stuff like that. So, but I don't do the book when I go with Bark in the Park. Too busy watching my dog. So. Yeah, you can see that those units are slowing down there, and a bunch of more units has popped up while we were focusing all our attention on those units up there. So, well, let's hope our witch unit can get a good stun in here. If she gets a good stun, we'll be able to heal our characters up without worrying about taking damage. And woohoo! Good. Now we just have to hope that we don't wake up this dragon. And we've been lucky so far. So, one good thing was that it looks like their tactics are on leader. So their demon back there, when he attacked, he used his nightmare against the witch, and the witch is the only character in this unit who's can be considered evil. So that was like the worst target for that unit to use that black magic against, because she has a higher resistance than any of the other characters to black magic. So sometimes it's weird to see they have the unpromoted hounds here, but a lot of other units, well, the unit we just fought started off with a Cerebus, which is the upgraded hound here. So yeah, it's weird to see. Usually when the enemy starts using, updated units, all the other ones are updated too. So it's interesting to see a mixture of promoted hounds and unpromoted hounds. So, but we won. Woohoo! Looks like we got our second wave of that Maven unit movement coming up. And that Beastmaster unit there in the back, let's see what that is. Ooh, that one has some giants in it. Usually, that's weird. They figured they'd put the giants in with the shaman, which is how most giants up to this point have been in. They've been hanging out with shamans. We saw that with Norn. She had 2 titans. And you figured the hounds would be better with the Beastman, because at least then they'd get a little bit of bonus from the Beastman. Because number-wise, let's see here what the numbers are. The hounds are 66, and let's see what the Beastmen are. 62, so they're within 10 of each other, so they get the bonus, where the hounds are 66, and what's a shaman? A shaman is 53, so it's they're out of the 10, so they'd actually get a little bit of a negative bonus to their stats. So, but let's see, giants are 50. So they would get the bonus with the shamans, because shamans are 53. So, yeah, those they sort of switched units there. The giants should be with the shaman, and the hounds should be with the beast man. Fight a little bit more effectively, but I guess the game's just giving us a little bit of a break. So yeah, now let's see this. It's daytime there. You can see that there's like that little cliff there that hinders our movement when we're moving, so yes, we missed. And also, because it's daytime here, that may affect that'll be affecting this unit's capabilities. Their dragon and their demon, they won't be as effective because they're all evil. Well, our characters will be a little bit more effective because we're, good alignment. And that samurai's really doing some good damage because he has a white element. So, yeah, we won that one. Pushed it back. And I thought about using a card there, but then I realized, I remember that, because I knew it would retreat, because we took it down to we took it down to basically just a leader. Then I realized that, if they retreat, because the way we were moving, they would retreat backwards, so we'd be able to cut them off anyway. So it's going to be annoying here with this shaman healing up all the damage we do, but you just gotta hope our octopi there, our kraken, I should say, because he promoted, get some good damage in. He has those 4 attacks, and we are in favorable terrain right now. And that was nice that the shaman was hurt. She healed herself rather than the hound, so would have been nice to have that last hit. Dope. Missing is always bad. But, I was getting a workout in up here. But, like I said, we have a little bit of a weaker unit here because they're not as good as it could be. Not necessarily a weak unit, but they have 8 attacks total. 3 from the giants, each of the giants in the front row, and then 2 from the Beastmaster, but we got a lucky stun in there, so let's see if we can do it again. now. Woohoo! The stun went after all our characters were done attacking, so we don't have to worry about us waking any of those stunned characters up. We just gotta survive their attacks, which we should be able, which we easily did. So that might be a good unit to use a strength card on, strength tower card on, because all their attacks are physical, and the strength tower card raises your character's defense. So, well, let's we'll get another chance to fight that unit in our next episode along with some more. So take care. Thanks for following along. Have a good day. Bye.